Hi everyone, Rebecca here. I'm back. How did you like that new opening intro? I have been wanting to add one of those forever, and clearly I did not even have the first idea where to start. But with perseverance, I have finally figured it out. So yay for an intro now. Anyway, the purpose of this video is to give you a peek at my July 2017 setup in the Filofax Black Malden in personal size. It will feature DIYFish inserts, and I will also discuss the upcoming One Book July and what I plan to attempt. So let's just jump right to it. Alrighty, so on the left-hand side of the pockets, I do have currency in this slip pocket along with a couple of coins, but when they get more than a couple, I do end up purging them and putting them in my little savings bank. I have some post-it flags that are a little bit on the oblong or rectangle size, and then I have little mini post-it notes that are about this size, along with my blood donation card behind that that I take whenever I donate. I have some Hobonichi double-sided tape, as well as these little monthly calendars. I plan to do a project with them later this week, so I will maybe do a separate video on that. Anyway, but it was really hard to find pretty ones that had some color, as well as ones that had a Monday start. So I found these on Pinterest, I think, and went ahead and printed it out. Behind that, I have a couple of sticker packs from Sparkly Paper Co. on Etsy. They're just personal size stickers that I haven't been making use of, so I thought by putting them back here I might use them a little bit more. I have some stamps, as well as some international stamps, a prescription I need to fill, and then also I have this pack of like tabs. I think this is from like a Japanese sticker set, so I keep that, and I'll show you why I have those back there. This dashboard is actually not doesn't come to me laminated. I get it as a freebie from the Bubba Bear Studios sticker company. I then laminated it, put my name sticker on it that the name sticker came from plannerchickdesigns.com, and it was a freebie, not last Friday, but the Friday before. And I put it there, kind of like a identifier of whose Filofax this is. And on the back side, I put one of these adhesive business card holders so that I could put my in case of emergency card on it, in which it just gives blood type and contact information for the emergency responders should they find it on there. Now, the yellow sticky is to talk about the versions of DIYFish that I'm using in this book, and I will be walking you through those. So what we will be discussing is the 2017 one-year calendar, which is this page, and like I said, we'll kind of look at it in more detail in just a moment. The monthly pages are version 3C. The weekly folds are version 2.2B. And the version Nadi is the daily page, and that's VNADI for the daily pages. I decided on a mix and match variety this year rather than just say, for example, the version 2.2 complete set for the DIYFish inserts, because I wanted to try something new, number one. Two, I get bored easily, so I like the variety of trying something a little bit different. And as you recall, I was a few months ago using the Franklin Planner bound book, and I loved the format and the structure of the daily pages. but I like having the weekly view available so that I can document accomplishments. So we'll take a closer, more in-depth look of my weekly view when we get there. So this is the 2017 one-year calendar that I mentioned a moment ago, and on it I have just taken some glue runner and adhered a So Much Crafting 2017 Holidays freebie printable. I printed this on the pocket size version so that I could just adhere it to the front of the 2017 calendar. I felt like it was a waste just to have a separate page, so I just glued it on. On the inside of this, it has the 2017, 2018, and 2019 Just a Forward plan. And to be honest with you, I really don't use this except to find out quickly what day something falls under. You know, that's pretty much it. It doesn't have much use. However, the back side of this fold out, I do use quite a bit. So it actually is a 2-page fold out. So it goes all the way to December. However, since we're not in the July to December range yet, let's focus on the January to June. So I use this primarily for record keeping of my farm's holidays and the days off that we will get that are free, not counting into my vacation, my husband's days off, my vacation, my husband's vacations, and then how many days vacation do I have starting, and then I deduct how many days I took for the month, and it's just a rolling tally so that I know how many days I have left to take. So as of June, I have 22 days remaining, but I have about 10 days of vacation in October that I plan to take. So that'll leave about 12. So in addition, as I remove my monthly pages, because I don't have a need to keep all of these monthly calendars, which we'll look at in just a moment, in my planner at all times, because I have a monthly view right here. When I remove it, I track anything that I need for medical purposes or, individual preferences of what I want to keep track of. Now, there is January, February, and March. I have to go back to previous months to kind of document that detail because I have to look at another planner to do that. But I went ahead and put in the things for the medical, which is I am perimenopausal, so I have to document when I had my last menstrual cycle. Date nights are personally for me, and then sick days because I'm kind of trying to treat a cough that has been ongoing for a year now. So I am tracking when I take a medicine for that. Again, those aren't really highlighted on these first 3 months, and I have to go back to see if there are more that I need to document, but I will get to that. Then, on the back side of this, normally I would use this section as I did last year for a kind of like a deep clean of the house. I use this this year for the KonMari decluttering, kind of like a challenge, but it's not really. Nobody's challenging me to do it, but it's a challenge to myself, I guess. I found this on Pinterest, which is a decluttering checklist for the KonMari method, and I just picked one section to focus on each month. And so I put those in the stickers so that I can quickly see which one I need to do. And then when I get to that month's monthly fold out, I document whatever might be in that section on the monthly page so that I can check off when I completed them. Then on this side is a Bible in a Year study plan. The blue boxes indicates the ones I've actually completed. So at this point, I'm down here in this section, and this has been snipped so I can remove it and fill it in as I need to each week, because I do Bible devotions Monday through Friday, not on the weekends. I know that sounds bizarre, but on the weekends, I'm totally focused on my husband because I don't get to see him during the week. Well, I do, but at night. So I want our time to be well spent on the weekends. Okay, so then let's go ahead and tuck this away, and I'm going to reference it later. But let's take a look at the V3C monthly fold out. So we have a nice big monthly spread for June. And you'll notice that at the top I have some boxes indicating some time. What it represents is time blocking. So for example, I wanted to be able to tell quickly between the hours of 7 and 2, because there's enough boxes, and those are my hours, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, and 2, if I had any personal or work appointments during that time, so that I could quickly identify if I could take on another appointment during that time frame. So for example, I had a business meeting at 12 p.m. here, 11 p.m. there, or 11 a.m. there, and then I was on jury duty, so these are purple for personal, and I was at jury duty during those hours. I had a work appointment in between here, but I was able to find somebody to cover for the meeting, etc. The same for here. The other things that I indicate are some things that I plan in advance. For example, I had made this appointment back in May, so I put the sticker there to remind me, and then I have some holidays in here and birthdays, and the only birthdays I actually put in here are ones where I need to send cards. Daily I put in everybody else's birthday that I want to make sure that I say happy birthday to. And then I also indicate that medication, when to, this is forward planning, when to turn in a prescription that I need to refill, etc. So that is June. Now on the back side of this June fold out, this is an interesting concept. It's a slightly different than the normal monthly tracker. And to be honest with you, I kind of like this because you can really use this in any format that you choose. In this particular month, my focus was on health, but I'm changing it for July, and we'll look at that in just a few minutes when we get to the July calendar. But during this month, I wanted to focus on my health, so I documented steps, my hours of sleep, and my water intake. In the middle section is the same as it will be for July. It is a look at my home maintenance responsibilities for the month. Now I do have, I'm sorry about my arm reaching over, I do have a household maintenance book that I keep at home, and in it I have a post-it note sticker of things that I need to take care of in that particular month, as well as a monthly reoccurring items that I need to put in. So those are in this list as well. But I don't carry this. Number one, it's kind of on the bulky side. And two, I just document for that particular month. And then this is where I put the KonMari items for the month. Over on the right-hand side, at the beginning of the month, I have a sticker from Planner Chick Design that allows you to take measurements, and I have a scale to take my weight. But I have a new insert that I plan to use, so I don't know if I'll continue it here, or it might be as a reminder to complete the other printable. This is more of a journaling card showing you what I was actually doing for this month, what I was reading, planning, watching, loving, feeling, listening, and celebrating. And then I have an ACCO clip, clipping the back of the weekly fold out to the current week's page. So we're going to look at the current week, and you can see that it is clipped to the current week. Well, actually, as of yesterday, it was last week. But I want to show you how last week's look, because now I'm getting into next week, and I want to show you what next week will look like too. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this part in, because I don't really need it right now. And then I'm going to fold this little flap out because, as you can see here, the weekly fold out, which is the version 2.2b that I mentioned before, this has a weekly vertical look at your week. I should say that my to-do list and my to-do list, I have both. And I need to minimize that. But for work, I really do a to-do list because I need to document things that I accomplished for the week. They include things like attendance numbers for conference calls that we host, collateral that I've updated, etc. Boring stuff. But I need to document that to my boss to show that I am being productive. In the middle section, we have the weekly chart. Here is where I put my daily recurring to-dos that have to be done for my personal life. Then I have projects this week. And I think it was Tracy Lamons who showed kind of like a mood, energy, and sleep chart. And although it was pretty and I tried it, I find no use of it. So I will not be continuing that next week. So, oh well. It was pretty and nice, but I don't find a good use for it. On the back side of this, I was putting these projects this week previously, but decided I could keep that on the weekly chart, so it's kind of duplicated here. And then I also have a order tracking, which I keep on the flap as well. Then I have a happy scrappy kind of like dashboard that I've attached with a clip to the current day that I'm on, but I've clipped this just to Monday so we can walk through the days of the week last week. And then I have some hot lists from Daytimer. There's a couple pages of these. It's just a running grocery list when I need to pick up something or buy on Amazon. I have it clipped with a Tim Holtz binder clip. It's very low profile and doesn't obscure or make big bumps when I'm writing, so I prefer that. And then let's take a look. So here we have week 25 showing what I accomplished, my daily pages, and then week 26, and that's next week. And so we'll take a look at this when we get to it. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday are listed in here. The tracking that I was doing on the monthly pages of the water, sleep, and steps, I will be tracking next month using the hexagons. I was not doing this last week. So each of the blue boxes are water intake, the red ones are sleep, and the yellow, each triangle of the hexagon represents 1,000 steps. So in this particular case, I did about 6.5 or 6,500, and I put the actual number in the field above it. I got these tracking lists custom made for me from Planner Chick Designs. Most of the stickers that are on here are from Planner Chick Designs, Adorable Amy, Bubba Bear Studios, and I think there's one from Miscellany Boulevard. But those are primarily the 4 companies that I tend to use. I think I have something by Kate. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but I think, no, I don't have any of those, so disregard that comment. Anyway, so I put in the mood, I put the weather in, and this is where I'm going to be changing it up next month. I'm not going to be filling in things that happened after the fact. So for example, that day to fill this up, I kind of wrote some things that I did, such as the past tense verb here, made pineapple oatmeal smoothie. I don't need to document things that I did after the fact, so I'm only going to put to-do items in July, etc., and so forth. So I won't be using any stickers. There are some stickers already laid down for July, but I can't take those out at the moment, so I'm just going, not all these stickers are already in there, so you'll see when we get there. So I made up a little card that I'm going to keep with me that documents these things that have to be done on these particular days, and then start using just pen and stencil if I want to make anything prettier. But again, I really don't want to put to-do items for personal things. You know, it just, I find that it's just a filler for the planner, and it's just to make it look more like a scrapbook. And I really want my planner to become more functional. I think that the stickers were taking over my life for a while. Although most of the stickers are a functional sticker, sometimes I feel like such a child using them. And I'm not complaining about anybody else's use of stickers. It's just, it gets a little overwhelming at times. Okay, so as I turn the page, what I do is I slip this page into that little clip. So I always stay, and then I have this little today marker on the current day. So these are just a few of the things that I put. I've got my Bible reading. I track those, you know, my meals and the hexagons and my to-dos, etc. And I documented kind of like notes throughout the day. This was Sundays. And at the end of the week, I want to focus on this page for a second. So this is the today marker. It was yesterday, for yesterday. I have another business card adhesive attached to the back of it where I have a picture of my husband. He's currently in Spain on a pilgrimage hike, walking 500 miles from France to Spain. So I thought this was an awesome picture, so I kept it there. He's been gone for 30 days. He'll be back in 2 more weeks. So this page, which happens to be the last page for the week, and I have a tab here. You probably notice I have 2 tabs. The first one I put down was way too long, so I cut it and put these smaller tabs. So that's where that sticker at the front of my planner comes into use. But this is my agenda page. So on Thursdays, I have a meeting with my supervisor, and I go over things I need to talk to her about, as well as any new projects she wants to give me. So these were the agenda items, and then she gave me a couple of to-do work items to put on for next week. So this is where I put that information. That then gets transferred onto the weekly chart for next week. So let's go flip to this current week, and we'll see what I do. So normally I take off the clip. I take this dashboard off. I did a stencil test. I didn't care for the stencil, but as you can see, it has letters on it too. The one I ended up selecting doesn't have the letters. It's a little bit smaller as well. And then I take these pages and I clip them to the full set so that I can go back and forth to the monthly view. But I don't clip this in yet because I need it for that tracking I do on Monday mornings. So I clip that there. I take this off. Actually, this gets clipped to here. And normally I just tuck this in. These pages, by the way, are slit on the side so that I can easily take them out to write on them so that the rings don't get in the way. So I already put my tracker page in with my daily recurring items. My projects this week include the projects I had last week unless I accomplished any of them, and then those were removed. And then I added new tasks to the list. I tried to start documenting how long this task is. Sorry about that, guys. I had an interruption, so I apologize. So the dashboard goes in over here, and I use that Tim Holtz clip to secure it to the current day. Like so. And then I put the today marker in there as well. And so this is what this week looks like. Now, these were already in here, like I placed them a couple weeks ago, but in July, these aren't here. So Monday's list says add 5 goals. This is where I go to this home maintenance list and I take 5 things per week, because that allows me to potentially do every task that's on the list. There's usually not more than 25 or 30 tasks. So by doing 5 a week, it kind of guarantees that I've had time to do them. I do put a dot if I put it on the calendar, and then I fill it in when it's been complete. So this week I have already added the KonMari items. However, I have not yet put the other 5. These do not count toward the 5. These do. The KonMari ones, I kind of take it as I can get to them. I have my schedule on here, so anything that is scheduled to happen will go, like for this, I need to record the attendance. And then I've already gone ahead and put my Bible study reading schedule on here. And then I've already also done my meal planning, which was a Sunday task. I'm moving that to Monday because that's when I usually add all of these items in anyway. So it makes more sense to have the meal plan on the Monday schedule. I've added any additional to-dos. And then this is the agenda page. Now, normally I would have this opened up to show, not this one, but this one, week 27, so that when I talk to my boss on Thursday, any new items will go here for week 27. But this is normally how my pages are laid out every day. It looks just like this, unless I need to refer to the monthly calendar. But other than that, this is how it would be on a daily basis. Now, for July, let's take a look at July real quick. This, by the way, this week, because the month ends on the 30th, and the first starts on July, this normally would not be until, like Sunday would normally be here and the agenda page would be here, but because the first 2 days of July are on the weekend, it's on this side. So here is the calendar. I have yet to enter in those hourly kind of blocks at the top, which I will take care of today. And then I've gone ahead and changed up the monthly tracking. So as you can see here, I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm going to kind of do the above and beyond kind of mentality. So I know water plants doesn't sound like it, but that's normally my husband's duty at the house. So while he's been away, I'm taking care of that. And these are the days that I normally do them on Sundays. And then I have some challenges for myself, like no spend, YouTube posting, making dog treats. I have to deep clean 1 bedroom a month, which is part of the home maintenance thing. Whenever I go over 10,000 steps, whenever I've had no snacking, over 8 hours of sleep, over 8 cups of water, whenever I take potassium and iron, and then I have a fitness challenge I'll be doing in July that push-ups, squats, crunches, and lunges, and when I've done them, I would fill in the box to kind of show my, movement toward those challenges. I have my home maintenance in here. My deep cleaning for this month is the living room, and then I've entered the KonMari, the papers, and these are the items that focus on. And then I also have a goal. This is for saving for some new tires for my Fiat. I tore these out of a small little coloring book. They're slit so I can kind of move them with me, but I feel like whenever I'm in a doctor's office or something and I'm bored, I can kind of color those in, but we'll see how that goes. I tend to forget that I have those kind of things in here, but okay, so the monthly page. On the opposite side is that currently journaling sticker as well as the measurements reminder. And then the first 2 days, as I mentioned, have Saturday and Sunday on them. I'm not going to bother putting the weekly tracker, weekly chart, because this is when this week ends. That I know to do my daily tracking, so I really don't need to document it. And as I mentioned before, I wanted to tell you kind of what my goal is for July's One Book July coming up and what I plan to do for it. So obviously, here's my one book. You know, there's no rules with One Book July, so we know that you can use it as you interpret it. So the only thing that I'm really kind of changing up is the pen rule. So in order for me to do the hexagons, I can't use a single color. I need to use more than one color, such as, you know, my favorite, which are the red, yellow, and blue that I use from the mild liners. So on top of my current pen of choice, which is right now the Pilot multi-ball pen. So this is my everyday pen. This is what I use to write everything down. These are used for my hexagons or to highlight something that I need to stand out. I use this for the weather, like if it's cloudy, etc. It's rarely cloudy here. It rarely does anything but be sunny, so you'll notice I don't have any stickers on here anymore. So my goal is to pare down on the sticker usage. If I feel like I need to put some sort of design, I plan to use the stencils that I have. The two I use the most are this one here that I got off of Amazon and the Hobonichi schedule one right here. So I use this one for my medicine, cycles, date nights, weather, etc. So that's what I am using currently. And so for the remainder, although I have some stickers already laid down, I'm not going to remove them just for the sake of One Book July, but I'm going to do two things. I'm going to pare down the sticker usage, and I'm also going to stop putting filler into my pages just from the, you know, the after the fact, like the made pineapple smoothie, etc. I'm just going to put my schedules, my to-do items, and anything that I need to remember over on the right, along with my Bible study, my tracking of my health, and then my breakfast, lunch, and dinner menus. This helps me with like defrosting or getting ingredients ready, etc. So that's my goal for the month of July. I only have these weekly and daily pages in for the month of July, and when I'm done with June, which happens this week, I will be taking the entire month out. I will be taking anything that I need to document and put it on that weekly fold out that we reviewed a few minutes ago, where if I had a period or took a medicine, etc. I've already kind of been doing that already, so I may not need to do any more. Now, for August, I don't have any weekly or daily pages included. I did do some pre-decorating, which I did absolutely an awful job doing. Oh, it's just horrible. But these were non-removable stickers. They were going to be staying, and it was tearing the page. I'm just awful at this. I haven't filled in any of the other cards, and they go when I get it ready. The rest of the months are in here, but not the weekly or daily pages. The next divider I have in here is my financial. So this is my bill paying. The first two pages are everything that are due on the 1st of the month, and then the last page is everything that's due on the 15th. I mark the amount, and then I exit when it clears my bank account. My goal saving chart is one I created myself. It's not found on Pinterest. This is something that I felt was an easier way for me to get to that $1,500 a year savings goal. And it starts off small, gets big in the summer months, and ends small because those 2 times of the year are when you are kind of strapped the most for cash. So I haven't used it yet because we had some medical issues that came up this year that have been taking a priority to my savings challenge. So I will hopefully pick it up next year. Now, I did find these debt payment plan printables from Miss Wonderful's site. I already had this filled out in another planner, that Franklin planner that I mentioned earlier. But with the July 1st, I wanted to be in this ring-bound planner. So I will be transferring that information when I go to pay my bills on July 1st. There's quite a few pages in here. And then this little page is where I'm going to document the due dates, and be able to carry it with me. These are not slitted so that I can take them in and out. It's permanent so that I would just take it to another ring planner if I need to. And then on the back is a savings plan for, something like my tires or a different one. This one's actually going to be for saving for a vacation to visit my mom in October. Oh, by the way, these dividers are from Martha Plans. I got them a long time ago. But one of the features that so many people like is that there's no little lamination edge to them. So I agree. I like that as well. This next section is more about shopping. So this is a Heidi Swap kind of like tiered file folder. I keep coupons that haven't expired as well as a wish list, products I want to try, online orders, and then 3 wishes a month. This starts in July, so I don't know that I need 3 kind of like wish items for the month for shopping purposes, but we'll see how it goes. By the way, these printables were from Jagged Little Thoughts blogspot. However, when I went to her site again recently to check to see if I could re-download them, they were no longer there. The link is there, but the link was broken. So fortunately, I had already printed them up a couple years ago and was able to edit them. The next tab is kind of like a miscellaneous tab because it includes things to do with blogging and health. So I haven't been doing this, and this I should have called vlog because I tend to do videos rather than blogging, even though I do have a blog site. Blog post planner, statistics, and then I have the health section, which is visits to the doctor. This is a exercise challenge that I mentioned before. Now this little page I found on Pretty Philo Planner on Etsy. It's a measurement keeper, and I really like it because it is every month you take your measurements along with your weight, and then over on the right hand side you have a goal. So every time you reach a goal, you bring it down until you get to your ultimate goal. I've set for December to be at 140 because anything less than that I start looking kind of jaunt. And this month has not been good because I've only lost 2 pounds and I don't know why. As you can tell, I've been walking a lot, so I'm not sure what is going on there. So anyway, we'll see. Then I have a low carb snack ideas printable that I just keep in here so that when I get hungry to munch on something. And then this is a low carb, high fat 1 week diet example. And I only use this to kind of give myself some ideas when I have to cook myself. Typically, I don't have to think much about my meal planning because I have the Home Chef meal delivery plan. So it comes with all the ingredients I need. So there's only like 1 or 2 days a week that I actually cook that's not part of that plan. My next divider is just a notes section. It is just random notes. The pages are slit. Filofax brand, and then I printed some My Life All in One Place dot grid on Tomoe River paper. These ones are not slit. And then the last divider just is to go to this 3-pocket organizer from Filofax. I don't even know why this is in here. I just thought he was cute, but I probably should get rid of them. Another picture of my husband. I have this is a Staples pen loop, but you know, you could use a Leuchtturm pen loop or any brand. And the reason why I use it, because the Malden pen loops are very tiny, and it really annoys me that I can't get a pen in there. And if I put the pen in this little pocket back here, it kind of disturbs the tabs. So this one happens to work in a good spot. And then back here I have a photocopy of my driver's license and passport in case of emergency kind of thing, where if I lose it, I have a copy of one. And then again, that's where I keep my stencils. I have the Filofax branded note paper pack back here, and then I just clip on the pen to that, and it goes in and sits just like so. And that is my Filofax Black Malden. I'm really loving my setup. I'm feeling very at peace. I don't think I'll ever be in planner piece, because then that would mean I can't buy any more planners, and I guess I enjoy trying new things. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you stuck around this long, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not already a subscriber, go ahead and hit subscribe, and you can check out my other videos. So if you do have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below. Take care, and until next time, bye guys.